catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter taking a shot deep. Open target! Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
The Mountaineer is locked and loaded, ready to go. Two teams on the brink of playoff elimination in the Big 12. My name is Cade Padgett. Joining me in the booth is Dominic Barfield. The Texas A&M Aggies travel to Morgantown to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. Dominic, how's it going?
Man, I would love to say that it's a good night for sports ball, but that'd be incorrect. It's a good night for football, as we are here to watch two teams that are not fond of each other take action tonight in West Virginia.
And we will see West Virginia on the field first. There's a good return by Tank Goldman for 31 yards and the senior generational talent quarterback, Gunnar Rice. It's a 3-by-1 set for West Virginia. Rice in the backfield. Rice takes the snap. He's hanging in. He's getting pressure. Fires it to the sideline and out of bounds. Avoids the sack.
What can you really say about that, Cade? First throw jitters, didn't like what you saw, just got it out of bounds. Luke, see another play. It's gonna be okay.
Well, he gets the ball out and avoids the sack, so it is a positive play. Rice calls his own number on the read option, running left, trucks a man, breaks another tackle, and he's down the sideline. 20, 10, touchdown Mountaineers.
Well, what can I say? You're not starting 26 for 26, Gunnar Rice, but you are absolutely finding pay dirt for 6. The scamper goes to the crib. What a start for West Virginia.
Yeah, and if you saw that on Gunnar Rice, A&M was in the right spot to bring him down. They just couldn't. There were 2 missed tackles, and Gunnar Rice just used his big grown man strength to run through the defenders, and it is an early 7-0 lead 20 seconds into the game. And now we will get to see the Texas A&M Aggies led by freshman quarterback Malcolm Streets. Felisa Sneed on the return to get it out to the 24-yard line. And it is a 2-by-2 set for A&M. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Ryan Greenfield, running up the middle and 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Not a bad start, establishing the run, trying to have some type of presence, gets flatlined on the back end of that. But if you're going to get 6 yards a pop, you're absolutely going to take that. For some reason, I'm tongue-tied up here tonight.
And after that electric play by West Virginia, to A&M probably wants to exercise a little bit of ball control here. Delayed draw to Greenfield up the middle, runs over defender, breaking tackles, an 11-yard gain just past the 40.
I don't know. You say that they might want to, establish ball control. The way the Greenfield just ran right there, he was looking to match it and take that for 6 as well. 2
receivers to the bottom. Play action. Streets hanging in the pocket. Has all day. Fires it down the middle. Has a man. Streaking is Eli Riggins. Inside the red zone go the Aggies.
Man, what a bomb there by Streets. Heading to the game 14 yards on the season, having a great performance this year, and absolutely just puts a missile deep into West Virginia territory.
And the junior wide receiver got behind the defense, and the freshman found him. 3-by-1 set. Streets calls his own number on the read option, throws the man off, doing his best Gunnar Rice impression, and gains 5 yards.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and when you're playing against a talent just like Gunnar Rice, you want to do anything you can and take notes.
It is a twins bunch set for A&M. Streets in the shotgun, takes the snap, fires into the end zone. Touchdown! Xavier Wilson, A&M back on the board.
Gets those feet down in the back of the end zone. Street starting off 2 for 2. Do we see a potential run for the record so far? Highly unlikely, but hey, it'll be a fun story to follow throughout this. Beautiful execution by Texas A&M responding back, establishing a drive of their own, and absolutely matching point for point. Love what you see so far early on in this game.
For those of you that don't know what my broadcast partner is referencing in terms of the record, Texas quarterback Spunky Tolbert last night started the game 26 for 26 throwing. The record, to our knowledge, is around 33 to 35 straight completions. And we're not saying that that's going to happen tonight for either one of these quarterbacks. It can't happen for Rice. He already has one incompletion. But it's just a little tidbit. Empty formation for West Virginia. Rice in the shotgun, jab steps, hangs in, fires it to the right side on the sideline, and it is incomplete. Can't hold on to it.
Well, can't go 26 for 26, but you can go 0 for 26. That starts looking that way.
That is true, but I don't think Gunnar Rice is going to do that tonight. 2 receivers to the bottom, play action. Rice hanging in the pocket, fires it to the right side, has him in on a crossing route. It is Hamilton Burger for 8 yards.
Mustard! Sorry, had to get one out early for you.
Oh, please, no. None of that. Please, none of that. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice, play action again. Fires it downfield into traffic, and it is intercepted. Noah Radloff, the freshman, with an interception, takes it into West Virginia territory, and the first mistake of the night.
And make that pick number 9 for Gunnar Rice on the season. Absolutely has no problem trying to put it up there, but just hung it up too far in too much coverage and absolutely just snatched out of the air by Noah Radloff, giving Texas A&M great territory to start the ball.
That was Radloff's second interception on the season for the young freshman. 3 receivers to the bottom, tight end to the top. Ryan Greenfield running to the left, has the edge, throws a stiff arm, and gets 11 yards.
Yeah, just good hard running so far. Averaging 9.3 a scamper. You really want to see if you can maintain that kind of average.
It is an empty formation for A&M. 3-by-2 set. Streets over the middle, hits Eli Riggins on a sit down for 3 yards.
Absolutely great reception there. 2 for 49. Really great start as well. West Virginia's going to have to start finding some answers here on defense and tighten up.
3-by-1 set. Streets in the shotgun, takes the snap, hangs in, fires it to the right side, has Sean Lehman for 3 yards on the sideline, sets up a 3rd and 4.
Like to throw, but if you get that out a little bit quicker there, Streets, you can give them a chance to get upfield.
Take what the defense is giving you so far. Empty set. Streets alone in the shotgun. Fires it downfield and hit as he throws, and the ball hits the turf. The West Virginia defense stands tall and holds A&M to a field goal attempt.
Now, absolutely punishing shot by Will Brown there as Malcolm Streets stays in the pocket to try to get that throw off.
The kick is up, and the kick is good by Orion Ironside for 46 yards. And after going down 7-0 in the first 20 seconds, A&M takes the lead 10-7, 5:59 remaining in the first quarter.
So, pretty sure that they're going to want 6 points, but I'm sure they'll be happy settling for 3 and taking the lead. And now, if you're Gunnar Rice, you absolutely have to go ahead and get that play out of your head and continue on like it didn't even happen.
And it is Tank Golden on the return for 25 yards, gets it out to about the 28-yard line. And if you're Gunnar Rice, erase that last play from your memory. Be a goldfish.
Don't steal my line.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice hands off to Samuel, his first carry of the night, running to the left side, gets a Tony 10.
Feel a disturbance in the force.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom of the screen. Rice in the shotgun, motions his tight end from left to right. Pump fake on the play action. Rice takes a deep shot downfield into traffic again, and it is caught by his receiver. Over Radloff, the safety, and Jay Pittman. 63-yard touchdown.
Talk about a Moss moment right there. Absolutely bean-topped him and ran off with it like he stole it. What a play right there, getting momentum back for West Virginia and retaking the lead. Absolutely explosive play so far by West Virginia. They really need to slow it down and really establish the drive, though, and ensure that they can maintain some type of steady rhythm going forward.
And West Virginia, albeit 2 touchdowns, they've come on big plays. And we know in the CFSL, you can't always rely on the big play ability of any given offense. At some point, a defense will capitalize. You'd like to see West Virginia get into a little bit of ball control and see his Streets and Keith Samuels just grind it out on the ground, as we know that they can do. But if you're A&M, do what you've done the last 2 drives. You've gotten points. Just maintain a little bit of ball control.
Well, can't really say more better than that, Cave. That was a gooder analysis.
More, better, and gooder. We are very educated individuals up here.
Absolutely.
2-by-2 set. Motion the tight end from left to right for A&M and Malcolm Streets. Streets in the shotgun. Hanging in the pocket. Fires it over the middle. Has a man. It is caught by Buck Stackhouse, the big generational talent wide receiver.
Just when you have a big target like that over the middle, you're going to take that shot 5 times out of 5. Absolutely big unit out there on the catch, and a good start to this drive for the Aggies.
And Stackhouse on the season is averaging 100 yards on the nose per game. 3-by-1 set for A&M and Streets. On the bubble screen, gets it to Anthony Weston, the freshman, and the ball's on the turf. West Virginia with a turnover.
Not so fast. That might get looked at. I think he might be down, Cade.
You know, as the A&M AD, I hope he's down, but based off of the animation, that ball
that ball is out.
That ball is out, and it is a turnover for Texas A&M, and West Virginia capitalizes, and they have the ball in plus territory.
Yeah, both teams now have a turnover, so absolutely massive moment here.
We have a Twitch update coming momentarily. 2 backs in the backfield with Gunnar Rice. Play action, fires it over the middle, has a man on a crossing route, caught by Jay Pittman. Over on Twitch is an 8-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Reed as Florida goes up 7-3 on Kentucky with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Three receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom for Gunnar Rice and West Virginia. Rice calls his own number on the read option, running right, and Radloff coming down, but can't bring him down. 8-yard gain for Gunnar Rice.
Said right now, I would really like to see just Rice and Samuels just grind this out and just really keep it on the ground and keep that going.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. Samuels to his right. Hands off to Samuel on the counter, up the middle, has the first down, 7-yard gain.
Good hard north-south running. You can't do much better than that besides finding pay dirt. Absolutely hard nose running by Keith Samuels.
West Virginia is into the red zone. 2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Motion the tight end out. Rice in the shotgun. Calls his own number on the read option again and brought down for a 7-yard gain.
Just right now, this is just pure methodical right now, just the way that West Virginia is going to want to establish this and really keep this defense on their heels.
3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. A&M bringing pressure. Rice calls his own number on a scramble, and he is brought down. Sacked on the plate by Jonathan Brooks, his first sack of the night.
That pressure absolutely just stymied that offensive line. Got to get out of the pocket a little bit quicker and get that ball away. No sense trying to sit there and scramble and fight for it. Get that ball out and do not lose where your yardage is at.
Well, you like to say scared money don't make money, and A&M sent 6 there on the blitz and caught Rice a little bit lacking. Wasn't expecting it. 3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Makes the snap, hanging in, has all day to throw, finds Berger on the sit down, and Berger is brought down at the 10. Padgett and Radloff on the tackle holds West Virginia to a field goal attempt.
Nope. It's a little bit too of a long for. Like the call here, just take the points.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. West Virginia extends their lead on a Howie Hart field goal, 17-10.
Yep, but the game still maintains a 1-possession lead. Texas A&M just has to get that mental mistake out of their head as well, have the memory of a goldfish, and come out and reestablish what you've been doing so far this game.
Marcus Padgett gets it out to the 30-yard line for the A&M offense. Twins bunch set for A&M. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's hanging in, fires it on a drag route. It is caught by Anthony Weston. Lost the fumble on the previous drive. He goes right back to him.
Absolutely love the footwork by Weston there, getting that drag route really quick and crispy. Absolutely just burning across the face. Loved it.
3-by-1 set for A&M and Malcolm Streets. Motion the tight end from left to right. Streets in the shotgun. Hanging in, takes a deep shot down the field. Streaking is Buck Stackhouse. Inside the 5 goes A&M.
That's already 72 yards on 2 catches for Stackhouse. Stackhouse is absolutely introducing himself to the Mountaineers defense right now, and it is not a friendly interaction. Almost had enough gas to get over the line, but just got hawked down at the very last second.
And it is an absolute equal matchup right now in terms of total yards. 178 for each team. 3-by-1 set for A&M. Streets in the shotgun. Hangs in, fires it over the middle, has a man. Buck Stackhouse got him down there, punches it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
You gotta pay the big fella for getting you all the way down there. Normally in that type of scenario, you normally see Greenfield get the ball a couple times, try to take that. No, absolutely not. Streets absolutely pays the big man for his efforts there, and Piety pending ties the game back up.
I mean, Dominic, I guess the defenses didn't show up tonight. I mean, each team does have a turnover, but it's 17-17 with 2.5 left in the first quarter.
If you told me 34 points were being scored in the first quarter with still time to spare, I wouldn't have believed you. I really thought this would have been more of a defense slugout. But hey, I'm here for points in bunches. I'm not mad at it. Throw me a thick 6 while we're at it.
And Tank Golden for 25 yards on the return. And like we said, it has been electric offense. Malcolm Streets through the air, Gunnar Rice on the ground. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does have a big touchdown through the air as well, but you think of Gunnar Rice, you think of his read option ability, and he has tore A&M up for nearly 80 yards in this first quarter. 3-by-1 set for Gunnar Rice in West Virginia. In the shotgun, takes the snap. He's hanging in, he's getting pressured, fires it to the right side, out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
I mean, really try to put it in a tight window, nothing working there. Not against the play. I love the effort.
2 backs in the backfield with Gunnar Rice. Rice hands it off to Samuel up the middle and finds a wide open hole for Tony 10.
Another disturbance in the force has been detected. Both running backs tonight are really just running hard and effective, and I love to see north-south running.
2-by-2 set for Gunnar Rice in West Virginia, 3rd and inches. Calls his own number on the read option. A&M is there, but they can't bring him down. 4-yard gain by Gunnar Rice.
No, absolutely. That man is just something special. It takes a certain type of to be able to bring a man down like that. Just hard running.
To the backfield again with him. Rice calls his own number again, running right and planted. Radloff coming from the safety spot delivers the boom.
I just said it takes a special kind of person to bring down a man of that caliber, and Radloff had no worries speeding that up and making that introduction. What a shot!
And Gunnar Rice did pop up rather quick after getting laid out. 3-by-1 set. Rice hands off to Samuel. This time, no, that's not Samuel. That is Jorge Tucker for 5 yards. A walk-on.
Love seeing the walk-ons getting a first quarter impact play. Absolutely. Go ahead and pick up that first down for him, big fella.
On the 45-yard line going in is West Virginia. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Rice in the shotgun. Hands it to Samuel running right, and he is met immediately, but fighting for yards, still gets 3.
Said both defenses are trying to kind of figure out the other teams a little bit, kind of getting some stops here and there. Texas A&M's really going to have to keep the pressure up. 3-by-1
set again. Rice in the shotgun, hanging in the pocket, getting pressured, fires it to his left side into traffic, and deflected by Nicholas Davis.
That was an absolutely sketchy pass. That one, I don't know how I feel about that one. You just got to get that ball out of bounds.
Tight end receiver to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. A&M bringing pressure over the middle. Rice finds Berger. Throws it into the blitz and gets 13 yards.
Insert mustard sound effect number 3 here.
2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun has his walk-on running back on a screen pass, and the A&M defense is nowhere to be found. Breaking tackles for 10 yards goes Jorge Tucker.
You want to talk about a walk-on that's trying to earn that scholarship? What a possessed man on that scamper. Fought for every bit of that.
2x2 set again for Rice. Takes the snap. Read option, calls his own number, running left, has a lane, and brought down in the open field. Great tackle by Nicholas Davis.
Yeah, great open field tackle. Not sure about all the center stepping there. You plant that foot that first time and cut up field, you've got yards.
2x2 set for Rice. Hands off to Samuel, running left, and he's got a lane, and he is hawked down again. 6-yard gain, and that is going to do it after an electric first quarter. Here in Morgantown, we are tied 17-17. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. 3rd and 1 for Gunnar Rice and the West Virginia Mountaineers, 17-17. Rice calling his audibles, flexes Berger out to a wide receiver spot. Rice on a bubble screen into traffic. It is intercepted. Marcus Paget on the return, and Rice tracks him down. One man to beat, and he stopped him.
What a pick you could not afford for Gunnar Rice. The second on the day, now pushing it to double digits on the season. Oh, what an absolute read by the young Paget. Sniffing that play out and absolutely taking that back a good chunk.
Rice with the track down, saved what would have been a pick six. Streets calls his own number on the read option and loses yards. West Virginia and Brett Dale were all over it.
No, absolutely. That defense is not happy about that second turnover. They are tired of seeing the offense spin their wheels and sputter. This defense is going to try to do anything to fight, but A&M can take advantage here with the turnover.
3-by-1 set. Streets in the shotgun. Makes the snap. Fires it over the middle. Has his man on a little sit-down route. It is caught for a 6-yard gain by Buck Stackhouse.
Just good read there over the middle. It's a little bit 3rd and long. Can be manageable. Really got to see who wants this drive more.
2-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Has a screen pass to his man Ryan Greenfield. The defense is all over it. Gains 1 yard, but not enough. Needed 6, and the Aggies will punt.
West Virginia really just buckled down hard on that drive and absolutely forced A&M to do nothing with that turnover. You really hate walking away from a turnover empty-handed.
And it is Tank Golden on the return, running left, and the ball is out, and it goes out of bounds. West Virginia, good return, but escapes a costly play.
Absolutely having fumbleitis tonight.
3-by-1 motion to a 2-by-2. Rice in the shotgun. Calls his own number on the triple option, and he is brought down. Jason Quinn sold out his first TFL of the night.
And what a TFL to have one. Absolutely just got back there in a flash. What a tackle.
It is a trips open formation for Rice in the shotgun. Has his man on a screen pass, but flyers it into the sideline. Didn't have anybody.
No, not the stellar performance so far for Gunnar Rice. Absolutely needs to settle it down and really look through his progressions, but keep his eye on the defense.
2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun. A&M bringing some pressure. It's picked up. West Virginia down the sideline, and he is out of bounds. Led his man too much, and it will be a punt for West Virginia. Over on Twitch, it's a 2-yard touchdown run by Jack Schmidt as Florida goes up over Kentucky 14-6 with 6:44 left in the second.
I do want to give credit to Rambo on that previous play. Absolutely just forcing the receiver out of bounds, giving him no sideline to work with. That's just absolutely beautiful lane discipline out there on the defense.
Yeah, corners and DBs are taught that sideline is essentially your 12th defender on the field. Work the receivers towards it. 3-by-1 set for Malcolm Streets. Pitches it to Greenfield on the speed option and does a little bit of backwards running, but falls forward for a yard.
Hey, sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, and that absolutely could have been a whole lot worse.
It is a 2 receivers to the bottom, tight end receiver to the top. Streets in the shotgun, calls his own number on the read option, and goes nowhere. Billy Davis on the TFL.
Both defenses are out here just laying lumber like it's going out of style. Just hard hits.
Three receivers to the bottom of the screen, one to the top. Streets in the shotgun. Hanging in. West Virginia's bringing pressure. He picks it up, and it is caught by Eli Riggins. 18-yard gain on the corner route.
And what a massive conversion needed there. Took his time, saw the cut route, and just absolutely put it where it needed to be. Massive conversion for Tamu.
Tamu.
Call them anything but the proper name.
Empty formation for A&M. Three receivers to the top, two to the bottom. Streets alone in the backfield. Hangs in, fires it over the middle, has his man, big tight end, Xavier Wilson. 13 yards into West Virginia territory.
And just big strike there again. Texas A&M is starting to move very well. Really got to buckle down for West Virginia.
Three to the top, one to the bottom. Streets calling his audibles. Running a speed option again. Has Greenfield on the pitch and gets it to him late. Throws off a man and gets 8 yards.
Gets it to him late, but still allows him to pick up a couple more yards after that. That's not a bad design on the option. I like holding it on to the last second just to really kind of give your back a chance.
Two backs in the backfield. Motion the tight end from left to right. Streets takes the snap, runs a triple option, gets it to Greenfield again, and Greenfield can't break the tackle. Brought down for a 3-yard loss on the play. Tank Golden on the TFL.
Golden absolutely got his paws on him and was letting nothing doing there. Absolutely tried to fight and shake him off, and just wide on Rice. Stuck to him and nothing was doing.
You'd like to see Greenfield cut it up and run more north-south as opposed to east-west. 2-by-2 set. Streets in the backfield, takes the snap. He's hanging in, has all day, fires it to the right side on his man on a comeback route. Anthony Weston for 15 yards.
Just perfect execution, good route running. Finds him right when he needs to and just picks up a big first down. Really like the performance I'm seeing on this drive out of Streets here.
Yeah, and Malcolm Streets has been very, very efficient tonight for A&M. Total yards nearly split again, 239 to 236 in favor of the Aggies. Two backs in the backfield. Streets takes the snap. Play action, hangs in the pocket, dumps it off to a check down, and it is a walk-on Soham Johnson for 5 yards.
Again, love seeing the walk-ons getting their time and execution. Makes you happy.
Three receivers to the bottom of the screen, tight end to the top. West Virginia looks like they're bringing some pressure. Streets calls his audible, gets it on a bubble screen to his wide receiver, and played very well by Tank Golden in West Virginia. Sean Lehman on the catch.
No, absolutely. West Virginia is pinning their ears back, and they are playing with an intensity right now. Backs are almost against the wall. Not really a lot of real estate to give up. Absolutely clamping down right here.
It's a 3-by-1 set for A&M and Malcolm Streets. 3rd and 6. Takes the snap. The lay draw to Greenfield goes nowhere. West Virginia and Jason Banks all over it, forcing Texas A&M to settle for another field goal attempt.
No, absolutely. Gotta love the effort by Texas A&M, really pushing down the field. But hats off to West Virginia for standing tall in the red zone and making them work for 3 points.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good by Orion Ironside, his second one of the night, and A&M now leads 20-17. Dominic, it was 17-17 at the end of the first quarter. We're more than halfway through the second quarter, and those are our first points.
Now, both defenses really stymied up, which is impressive. Turnovers and still not being able to capitalize those. Both defenses are really buckling down after an explosive first quarter.
And West Virginia on the 25. Two receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun, calls his own number on the read option and met immediately. Slowed down by Jason Quinn.
Now, looks like to me that the Aggies have kind of figured out the run game of Rice, and they're honing in on that a lot more. They're gonna have to make Rice beat him over the air.
Three receivers to the bottom, one to the top. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap. A&M only bringing 3. Rice calls his own number on not a design QB run, but a scramble. And Contre Bryant flattens him after a gain of 4 yards.
Hit after hit after hit is gonna take its toll. It's just punishment out there on the field tonight in Morgantown.
West Virginia 2 for 6 on 3rd down so far. 3-by-1 set. A&M looking like they're bringing a little pressure. Motions Berger from right to left. Rice in the shotgun. A&M is bringing pressure. Do they get there into traffic? And wide open is Jay Pittman in the zone coverage, 34 yards.
What a massive strike there. Absolutely needed that level of confidence going into this drive. Been a little shaky for Gunnar Rice, but absolutely stands in the pocket and finds a beautiful post route over the middle.
This has been as much of an even first half as we have seen. 3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Calls his own number again on the read option, and he is planted again. Noah Radloff on the tackle.
It seems like everybody's taking a free shot at Gunnar Rice right now. Absolutely no protection, no sliding, no getting down. Eventually he's going to learn you've got to take care of your body on these runs.
And 6 tackles already for Noah Radloff. 2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun, hits it on a wide receiver screen into traffic. Well played by Miles Shakur to get in there and break it up.
Wide receiver screen. Interesting.
Trips open to the top of the screen. Rice and Samuels in the backfield. Rice takes the snap. A&M bringing pressure again. Rice fires it and into no man's land. Felt pressure, and West Virginia, with the weather, they're going to attempt the long field goal. It's about a 48-yarder.
No, but hold on.
And now it backs them up to a 4th and 10 that could put them out of field goal range.
For all intents and purposes, this is going to be not what I expected.
They're in no man's land, so they are going to go for it. Empty formation, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. A&M bringing pressure. He doesn't have anybody. Off his back foot into traffic and knocked away. Off the defender's hands, off the receiver's hands, and it finds the turf.
The almost 360 no-scope, no-look throw almost pays off for both teams before ultimately finding its place in the turf in the end zone. Absolutely just big energy throw. Came up from nothing, and now we're looking at a turnover again for West Virginia.
3 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Empty set, Streets in the pocket, hanging in, gets hit as he throws, and it hits the turf.
This defense is really getting tired of these offensive turnovers, and they are voicing their displeasure against this TAMU offense.
2 backs in the backfield with Malcolm Streets. Turns around, play action, hanging in the pocket. Fires it deep downfield into traffic and knocked away by Elwood Gray.
Elwood Gray was definitely thinking pick on the mind, but he's going to be happy taking the deflection regardless.
2-by-2 set, Streets in the backfield. Takes the snap, hanging in, fires it to his man on a crossing route, has the space, can he get there? Pays the price, but he's got the first down.
Hey, sometimes you got to pay the price for a little salvation, and if you got to take a shot to pick up the first, we'll see you in the crowd therapy chamber afterwards.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Greenfield up the middle, throwing a stiff arm, throws a man off. 7-yard gain for Ryan Greenfield.
That is an absolute big fella type of run. That run had angry intentions and just threw a would-be tackler.
Trips open to the top of the screen. Streets in the shotgun. Delayed draw to Greenfield again, up the middle, gets 5 yards and moves the chains.
It was a good hard 5-yard run, but absolutely big conversion there for the offense.
3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Streets in the backfield. Takes the snap. West Virginia bringing some pressure. Hits Eli Riggins on a slant route. He's fighting. 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
Wow, I fought for every bit of it, but absolutely going to be happy grabbing 8 yards on that first down attempt.
Empty formation for Malcolm Streets and the Texas A&M Aggies. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Streets takes the snap. Hanging in. Fires to the middle. Has Lehman again. And Lehman, this man is paying the price tonight.
Now, and it's a cold, low 30s night. It is super chilly. You can see the breath coming off the players. These hits are going to welt up.
3-by-1, Streets in the shotgun. Has Greenfield on a screen, but all over it. Nearly a thick 6 by Brian Payne.
Payne ran the route better than the intended receiver. What an absolute mirror run of a route.
2x2 set. Streets in the backfield. Motions his tight end from left to right. Takes the snap. West Virginia bringing pressure. He fires it over the middle, and it hits the turf. In and out of his hands.
Big deflection there by the West Virginia defense. Absolutely bending and trying not to break as they force him into 3rd and long.
Trips to the top of the screen. Streets in the shotgun. Hanging in the pocket. Fires it to Riggins on a sit-down route. 6-yard gain. Sets up a 4th and 4. And with a minute left, what is A&M going to do?
Incoming Q Jeopardy theme.
I don't know if they will or they won't. I would love it if they did because, you know, this is my team, obviously. But anytime that you can take it off of, anytime you can take the clock down and limit an explosive offense like Gunnar Rice and Jay Pittman have been tonight, it's a positive.
No, absolutely. You want to leave it as little time as possible. Does not matter the situation.
And the ball is gonna be snapped just before the 30-second mark. And the kick is up from the right hash by Orion Ironside, and it is through the uprights. His 3rd field goal of the night, and Texas A&M extends it to a 6-point lead, 23-17. It was 17-17 at the end of one, and now we've had 2 A&M field goals in the second quarter.
But here's the lovely thing, Kay, that we've called a fair share of this season. We've seen a lot of teams less than 30 seconds in a pocket full of timeouts absolutely go down there and score and shift momentum going into the halftime. Gunnar Rice is absolutely going to have that on his mind as well.
Yeah, there is no reason that West Virginia should approach this conservatively, especially with how their offense has done so far. 2x2 set. Rice in the shotgun. Has Samuels on a screen pass, and it is well read, but he gets past the blockers, and a 4-yard gain for Keith Samuels.
No, absolutely sketchy throw. Ball was just placed exactly where it needed to be, and that could have been disastrous.
3-by-1 for West Virginia and Gunnar Rice. Rice takes the snap, fires it out on an out route, caught and brought down as Jay Pittman sets up a 3rd and 3.
Now, what I'm not liking here are these throwing short situations. You've burned 2 timeouts and gained 7 yards.
A&M walking the safety down like they're going to blitz. 2x2 set. A&M does bring the pressure, and it's into the screen pass and perfectly called. Defensive end Rand Rockwell stops him, but it's a 6-yard gain, sets up a 1st down, and they're going quick. 9 seconds left in the half. 2x2 set. Rice, he's going to bleed it off. This might be the last play. Hanging in the pocket, takes a deep shot down the sideline and overthrows him. 3 seconds left.
Well, see, Kay, we said, no reason to come out here and be conservative. I feel like up until that throw, West Virginia has been nothing but conservative on this drive.
Hail Mary formation for West Virginia, and A&M only brings 3. Rice gears up, throws it as far as his arm will take him into traffic, and a diving catch by Evan Browen, but he's down, and there's zeros on the clock. Through halftime, 23-17, Texas A&M leads West Virginia. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We're at halftime, Dominic. What did we just see?
Look, call me weird. Normally you'd say, you get a touchdown going into half, that's the momentum. But a big diving attempt to almost secure a touchdown going into half, I feel like that carries momentum as well. That was a spark for the offense. Texas A&M does come out at half with the ball, but you really got to think that's got to motivate West Virginia some. You're not far behind. It's only 6 points. It's a 1-possession game. You've got to just get things settled down. And absolute credit to West Virginia holding Texas A&M to only 2 field goals the entire second quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, the one thing that I want to look at is you look at these first half stats, and West Virginia is dominated in terms of rushing yards. A&M leads in passing yards, and each team has at least 1 turnover. But West Virginia's touchdowns have come on big plays. You saw the big Gunnar Rice touchdown. You saw the Jay Pittman heave, and you just saw it before half. This West Virginia offense is in this game, they're big play dependent. They haven't shown the ability to drive down the field.
No, absolutely not. And that's something that I've been harping on, that you've got to slow it down. We get it. You can come out, you can be flashy. You can make the play. You can make the highlight reel. Great. Congratulations. You've got to come out and establish a drive, take some clock off, and show this defense that it's not a one-play pony. You can establish and you can take control of the game.
The ball is kicked into the end zone, and Snead will not take it out. It is a touchback. And A&M on offense first. It is a 3-by-1 set for the freshman, Malcolm Streets. Takes the snap, hits Riggins on a screen, and overthrows Riggins.
That is the second time we've seen Streets not have the right number dialed on the screen. Interesting development.
3-by-1 set again. Streets in the shotgun, takes the snap, calls his own number on the read option, running left, cuts it up middle, and does his best Gunnar Rice impression, 12-yard gain.
You know, I enjoy seeing a quick quarterback get out there and make some runs. It's way more refreshing than watching the slow quarterbacks go out there and jog.
2-by-2 set for Malcolm Streets. In the shotgun, takes the snap. He's hanging in, fires it to the left side, has a man. Riggins breaks one tackle, can't break the second, 4-yard gain.
Absolutely nothing doing there. Couldn't get anything shaken free, but 4 yards is not anything to blow your nose at.
And 6 catches and 85 yards on the night for Eli Riggins. 2-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap, calls his own number on the read option again, running right, lowers his shoulder, gets what he can, 2-yard gain.
Tried to get what he can, but absolutely just ran smack into Billy Davis, and Billy Davis was giving no budge.
3 for 7 on the night is A&M on 3rd down. 2-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's hanging in, fires it downfield, has a man streaking. Anthony Weston behind the defense. Inside the 20 goes A&M.
That is the 3rd time we've seen a receiver sneak behind this secondary tonight. Absolutely need to keep a little pressure back. You need to develop some over-the-top help. They are just running right past like you're not even there at this point.
And on the 14-yard line going in is Texas A&M. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Sneed in the backfield with Streets. Streets takes the snap, gets it to Sneed on the delayed draw. She's running left, throws a nasty stiff arm, has a block, gets 8 yards.
And she enters the game with a good, angry 8-yard run. Absolutely great introduction into the second half for Miss Sneed.
2-by-2 set again, Sneed. Off to Streets' right. Streets in the shotgun, fires it to the right side, has a man coming back to it. Is Marcus Padgett, gets a yard, but coming over from the defensive side, he had to come back to that one.
Well, came back for it, all for essentially not. Had the first, had too much momentum, carried over, and paid the price for the mistake.
And a 3rd and 1 here. You'd like to see A&M either run the ball with Greenfield or Sneed to just convert the first down. 3-by-1 set. Greenfield to the left of Streets. Streets calling his audibles. Hangs in the pocket, hanging in, has all day, fires it to the back of the end zone, into traffic, and it hits the turf.
I do not like the call of trying to force that into the back of the end zone. You could have handed that off to either Greenfield or Sneed and absolutely fought to pick that up. And again, you're allowing West Virginia to be bailed, holding Texas A&M to 3, making it now a 9-point game. It is still manageable for West Virginia to crawl back into this.
A&M has stalled in the red zone a few times tonight and settled for 3 where you'd like to see them get 7. But nonetheless, it is now a 2-possession lead as West Virginia on the return breaking tackles is Billy Davis.
Billy Davis did not want to go down. Absolute effort there.
How often, we need to confirm this. No, Billy Davis is a safety. I don't know why I thought he was a linebacker. 3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Takes to Samuel on the delayed draw and brought down immediately. Ryu Rambo on the TFL.
Please don't tell me you thought that we were witnessing a linebacker returning kicks.
I did, yes. I saw the name. I was like, that's a linebacker. But no, I was wrong.
This is why you're in the booth.
You know what? It's my team out there on the field, too. 3-by-1 set for Rice. Rice calls his own, or hands it off to Samuels again. And Anthony Kalix, the Greek freak on the TFL.
Said West Virginia is needing to establish a drive, and unfortunately, establishing backwards momentum is not the establishing I was inferring.
Rice takes the snap, has his man on a screen pass, and big John Matherly is there, and he tracks him down from behind. A conservative drive there from West Virginia, and they're going to put the ball right back to A&M.
Said at some point you have to leave the conservative ship behind, and you've got to take shots. Texas A&M is almost just about guaranteed scoring points every possession. You're gonna have to match in some way, shape, or form. You can't bend and don't break forever.
And over on Twitch, it's a 42-yard touchdown pass to Ricky Rack as Kentucky takes the lead on Florida, 20-17, 5:20 left in the third. It is a two backs in the backfield with Malcolm Streets, two receivers to the top. Motion the up back from right to left. Gets it to somebody on their screen. The receivers kind of got confused there.
A wide receiver screen.
I don't think they knew who was blocking and who was supposed to be catching. Trips open to the bottom of the screen, or to the top of the screen. Streets in the shotgun. Motions his tight end from left to right. Takes the snap, hanging in the pocket, gets it to his tight end, running across the formation is Xavier Wilson for 5 yards.
No, absolutely. A couple of head scratching decisions there. Got a little something there. West Virginia is absolutely looking for a stop here to try to get somewhat okay field position.
2x2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hanging in the pocket, fires it deep down the middle, into traffic, and the ball hits the turf. Elwood Gray on the deflection.
And there's the stop that West Virginia needs. The defense bails the offense out yet again, and they are just begging the offense to have some type of life and some type of momentum. They are tired of being on the field.
The ball is fielded and brought down immediately as Tank Golden. Only a 1-yard gain on the return. There was no blocking right there for Tank Golden. It's two receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fires it over the middle, has Keith Samuels out of the backfield, fighting for yards, gets 9.
Now, see, I absolutely like that. That is a nice way to execute using your running back out of the backfield, as he's a little slow to get up. Probably was feeling the effects of that hit.
It's almost an extension of the run game when your running back can do that. 3x1 set. Delayed draw to Samuels, and he loses 3 yards. The A&M defense brought a lot of pressure, and Dylan Miles from the free safety spot on the TFL.
Can we cancel that extension of the run game? Not a fan of that particularly.
It's 2x2 set. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hits his man on a wide receiver screen, and good blocking as the wide receiver is down, Hunter Dowell is down 23 yards into A&M territory.
And the first catch of the night by Hunter Dowell, absolutely being right, needed to be on that screen, and it absolutely works for once. Not a big fan of the wide receiver screen, as it's been documented week in and week out, but that was a good shot that West Virginia needed for this offense.
2x2 set, tight for West Virginia and Gunnar Rice. Rice takes the snap. A&M only bringing 3. Fires it to his man Keith Samuels out of the backfield, 11 yards.
Yeah, absolutely big pickup there. Liking what I'm seeing so far by this Mountaineers offense. Gunnar Rice feels in control.
3x1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Gets it on a wide receiver screen again and into traffic. And Paget had his eyes on a second interception, but he couldn't hold it in.
No, absolutely. That's a big no-no right there.
3x1 set again. 2nd and 10. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hanging in. Fires it over the middle. Has a man behind the coverage, or in between the zone coverage, is Jay Pittman. Inside the 20 goes West Virginia.
You want to talk about a ball that absolutely just Houdini'd its way through the middle of the field? What an absolute magic trick by that ball. Gunnar Rice puts it just in the most meticulous spot. Big conversion for West Virginia.
There were 3 defenders right there for A&M, and they couldn't knock that pass down. 3x1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Delayed draw to the walk-on halfback, running right. Jorge Tucker gets 1 yard.
Absolutely enjoying seeing the walk-on still getting touches.
It's 2nd and 9 on the 13-yard line going in. 3x1 set. 3 to the bottom of the screen. Rice in the shotgun. Hands off to Samuel, running up the middle, just short of the first down. 3rd and 1.
Oh, absolutely. Look, let's just call it what it needs to be here. You turn around, you hand the ball to Keith Samuels, you pick this up. Don't even look at the end zone.
Samuels
extend the drive.
Samuels is not in the game. That's the walk-on back, and it is a wide receiver screen again. And Nicholas Davis, somebody on the deflection, and it was a questionable decision for West Virginia, and they're going to settle for 3.
If banging your head against the wall was a play, it was what we just witnessed. That is absolutely not a single way of how you need to execute that type of possession. You made it down the field. You showed you could establish. You get a little goofy with it, and you end up settling for 3 when a touchdown really would have helped swing this game.
Shadow, Dominic and I up in the booth, we are doing very good tonight. We got an awesome Big 12 matchup. A&M kneels it on the kickoff, and they take it out to the 25. 2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Streets in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's hanging in, has all day, fires over the middle of the traffic, and lucky that one hit the turf.
No, absolutely. I'm not sure how he absolutely dropped that. It looks like he picked it, was already running 5 yards before it drops.
Trips to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Streets on the screen pass, just air nails it to the sideline. Didn't like what he saw.
I'm still miffed on that drop. West Virginia absolutely needed that, and now they're hoping that they can force a stop here on 3rd and long.
Both teams have had their fair amount of dropped interceptions tonight. Streets gets it to Greenfield on the screen. He's got blockers. Can he get to the first down? He does! 14-yard gain.
And just a devastating blow to the defense there, forcing him to 3rd and 10, and then absolutely giving it up on the halfback screen.
3-by-1 set. Streets in the shotgun. West Virginia bringing pressure. Streets down the middle. Has a man on an in route. Deep dig by Buck Stackhouse for 23 yards. He is over 100 on the night.
No, absolutely. Averaging 21.2 yards a catch. Absolutely having himself a night tonight.
And it was a much-needed first down after A&M was in 3rd and long and got the conversion on the screen pass. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. 2 backs in the backfield with Malcolm Streets. Motion the tight end from left to right. Streets takes the snap. Hanging in. Fires it to Greenfield out of the backfield and brought down immediately. 1-yard gain.
And just swarm and nothing. And no, Shadow absolutely picked up on that. But hey, if it helps with the immersion, if you want to think that we're the home team radio, hey, add to the immersion. We'll take it any way you want to enjoy it.
3-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Alone. Hangs in. Fires it to the left side into traffic and knocked away.
Oh, another opportunity for a momentum shifter. That goes back for 6, if that's picked. Oh, the drops aplenty tonight.
3-by-1 set. Streets in the backfield. Takes the snap. Has Greenfield on the screen again, but West Virginia is all over it. Loses 4 yards, and A&M will punt.
Oh, that's going to be a sigh of relief for this defense. And they're really hoping this offense comes out and can find the end zone. Find the end zone, you tie, kick the extra point, you've taken the lead. West Virginia's going to have a big moment here by Gunnar Rice.
It's an opportunity for A&M to get a little bit of a for-the-brand moment here. Let's see if the punter can pin them deep.
Likely not.
Kick is away, angled to the sideline, and goes out of bounds, but nowhere close to a for-the-brand moment.
Was a A&M punt if I've ever seen one.
That was essentially a touchback plus 1 yard. 3 receivers at the bottom, 1 to the top for Gunnar Rice. Rice takes the snap, hits his man on a wide receiver screen, and brought down immediately. 1 yard gain.
I feel like I'm watching Oregon's offense all over again, and I'm not liking these flashbacks. Abandon the wide receiver screen.
There have been a lot of wide receiver screens tonight. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Rice, delayed draw to Samuel. Samuel running right and brought down. Big number 99 ran Rockwell on the TFL.
Just stalling like bald tires in mud. Can't get any type of traction to maintain. Falling backwards, needing a big answer here by Gunnar Rice.
2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the top. Rice takes the snap, has a wide receiver screen, and it is read all the way. Keith Samuels on the 4-yard loss, brought down by Bubba Brooks. Dominic, these teams, I guess they just want to run screens.
A wide receiver screen. Huh. Interesting.
Folks, if you're following along at home, enjoy a sip of your favorite beverage of choice every time you see a wide receiver screen, and let it be a water. We're gonna hydrate tonight.
Yeah, let it be a water, because if you do that, you won't be lasting it very long. As Paget on the return gets up into plus territory, gets 10 yards, and A&M starting inside West Virginia territory, and Dominic, I mean, it was electric in the first quarter, 17-17, and all we've seen are 3 field goals by A&M and 1 field goal by West Virginia since.
Yeah, no, we really thought we were strapped in for an electric game, and it's become a mixture of absolute holding by defense and somewhat inept offenses from time to time.
2-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's hanging in. He fires it over the middle. Has a man, Anthony Weston, on a drag route, 8-yard gain.
Bold throwing that ball with all that coverage around it, but absolutely big pickup by Weston and fighting for any possible extra yardage.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap, play action, hanging in, fires it to his man on an out route. Xavier Wilson for 7 yards, first down A&M.
Shadow, I answered back to you. I think you didn't hear.
He called us the West Virginia Radio Network because West Virginia's home. Streets in the shotgun, hanging in, getting pressured, breaks the first sack, can't break the second. Brought down for a 7-yard loss by Will Smith.
And that was a massive sack that was needed right there. They are trying to do anything in their possibility to try to keep them out of scoring range.
Trips to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Knocking on the door of the fourth quarter, and this will be the last play of the quarter. Streets hanging in, fires it off his back foot, finds Anthony Weston for 9 yards, and that is going to do it. We are through 3, 1 left to go. Texas A&M leads West Virginia 26-20. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Three down, 1 to go. First quarter was electric offense. The next 2 have been stymied defenses. What are we going to get in this fourth quarter? 3rd and long for A&M, and they have Greenfield on a screen pass to the right. He's not going to get the yardage he needs. 4th and 7. A&M likely settling for another field goal.
Okay, to answer your question, you said, what are we going to get this quarter? One team jubilation, the other team depression. This quarter is going to settle it on who takes home the win, and both teams have got to show some intent, some tenacity, and some fire in their souls in this fourth quarter.
The Orion Ironside field goal is up and through the uprights. He is 5 for 5 on the night. Has accounted for 15 of the 29 Texas A&M points, and now A&M leads 29-20. 8:38 left in the fourth quarter. West Virginia will kneel it and have a touchback.
Well, now is the time where Gunnar Rice has got to make a stand and has to deliver a drive here. You cannot afford to stall at all.
3-by-1 set. Rice in the backfield, takes the snap, hanging in, gets it to his man on an out route, caught by Jay Pittman on the sideline, 3-yard gain.
You know, Ken, I have a really good question. Why exactly did Gunnar Rice and Co. just absolutely go away from the run option? Absolutely was working wonders early.
I'm not going to answer that. 3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun, hanging in, fires it to the left side, in between the zone coverage, finds a man down the seams, Jay Pittman for 45 yards.
Well, when you can execute a play like that, 7 receptions, 177 yards on the night for Pittman, hey, I guess you can afford to go away from the run option. Really would like to see it get a little incorporation back. You could really keep both teams, really kind of going. But, hey, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, and I haven't talked about it because I am known for announcers' jinxes, and I'm not going to jinx it into being brought back again. 3-by-1 set for Gunnar Rice in West Virginia. Gets it to his man on a wide receiver screen and brought down immediately. Miles Shakur on the tackle.
Can't get a read option, but we can absolutely get a wide receiver screen.
We all know it's your favorite play. Don't act like it's not. 2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun, calls his own number on the read option. We were calling for it. Shakes Jason Quinn's tackle, gets 7 yards.
Well, if you won't speak it into existence, I'll do it myself. I carry my own level of jinx with me.
You know what? I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Who are you? How did you get in this booth?
Oh, man. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Tight end receiver to the bottom. Rice in the shotgun. On his audible, takes the snap, pump fakes it, hanging in the pocket, has all day, and airs it to the sideline. 4th and 1. Will West Virginia go for it?
Please. Yes.
And they
I
will.
like
They're
this.
Down 9 with 7.5 left. They're going to go for it. Quads to the top of the screen.
Oh, no.
Rice alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hanging in the pocket. Fires it to the right side and broken up. Dropped by the receiver. Jason Quinn broke on it. Turnover on downs.
You have Gunnar Rice and Keith Samuels. Why do you throw it? Tuck the shoulder, push forward, try to fight for it. Oh, it's just not making sense.
And A&M comes back on offense. 3-by-1 set. West Virginia showing pressure. The motion of the tight end from left to right. Streets takes the snap. West Virginia does bring pressure, and Streets gets it out into the sideline, avoids the sack.
Oh, absolutely got it out in time. Just live to see another play.
It is a trips bunch to the top of the screen for Texas A&M. Streets in the shotgun, fires it downfield, has a man on an out route and dropped by Lehman.
Just absolute massive moment there. And now Texas A&M is facing 3rd and 10. Gotta get a stand here for your West Virginia.
2-by-2 set. Streets in the shotgun, has his man on a screen pass. He's not going to throw it. He's holding on to it. It brought down on a sack for 10 yards. Will Smith, his second of the night.
You could not afford to take a sack back there, and Will Smith absolutely Chris rocks the simulation. What an absolute massive moment there. Absolutely should be giving West Virginia great field position.
I have no idea what that was for Malcolm Streets. At some point, you just got to air it out to the sideline. A&M, however, on the punt is going to kick with the win, and West Virginia misfields it. And it rolls all the way to the 30. An absolute mistake by Tate Golden. What happened?
Womp. Womp.
The definition of cannot catch a break. Absolutely was about to have phenomenal field position and just let it absolutely just sail right on by. And now being faced with mediocre field position and a lot of field to have to work with.
2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun. A&M 4-down lineman. Rice takes the snap. Fires it over the middle. Has a man on a slant route. Wide open is Crosby Donahue. I believe that's his first catch of the night.
Absolutely big shot, but if you are West Virginia and Gunnar Rice, you've got to keep this momentum going. Absolutely keep your foot down.
And it was Donahue who dropped the 4th down conversion earlier in the quarter. Delayed draw to Samuel, and A&M is all over it. Bryant on the TFL.
The momentum you needed. And Nathan, absolutely honored to have people coming out for Dom and Queso cooking in the booth.
We have a Twitch update coming momentarily.
And it's a doozy.
It is a doozy. 2-by-2 set for West Virginia. Rice in the shotgun, hands it to Samuel up the middle and gets the yards he lost and then some. 4-yard gain, sets up a 3rd and 9.
No, absolutely gets tattooed on that shot too by Radloff.
And it is a big 3rd down conversion, or 3rd down coming up for West Virginia. 5 of 14 on the night. You have to think they're in 4-down territory here. 2-by-2 set. Rice takes the snap. He's got Samuel to his left on a screen pass. A&M defense has to rally. One missed tackle, and Samuel dives for the 1st down. Over on Twitch, it's a 95-yard pick six by Shelly Menchaca as Florida goes up 27-20 with 4:16 left in the game.
What a massive conversion there.
2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun, play action, hanging in the pocket, doing some little standing left to right, and fires it into the sidelines.
Nope, hey, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You're not forcing anything. You're going to see another play. It's completely okay with that throwaway.
2-by-2 set again for West Virginia on the 41-yard line going in. Motions to tight end from left to right into a trip set. Rice takes the snap on a wide receiver screen into traffic and knocked away. Marcus Paget again.
A wide receiver screen. Huh. Who saw it coming?
He's had 2 or 3 deflections on those screen passes tonight, including 1 pick. Rice in the shotgun, getting pressured, fires it downfield into traffic, and broke it up. Miles Shakur on the breakup.
Just baffling decisions. See how this 4th and long goes.
It's 4th and 10, 3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun, takes the snap. A&M playing conservative, fires it downfield, and he beats it, he drops it. What absolute walk-in touchdown, and he can't hold on. Number 3 for the West Virginia offense. I believe that is Sebastian Grant. Oh my goodness.
If you are a Mountaineer, cover your eyes, walk away, go fix supper, something. You are not liking what you're seeing here.
Oh my goodness. 2 backs in the backfield with Streets, two receivers to the bottom. Motion Stackhouse into the backfield, hand to Greenfield, run it up the middle, and he goes nowhere.
Now, absolutely nothing doing. Story of this quarter right now. Both teams are fighting to try to get something going.
3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Streets hands to Greenfield running right, and he gets up to the 45-yard line for a 4-yard gain, 3rd and 6.
This Mountaineers defense is fighting and trying to do everything they can.
3-by-1 set. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Has Greenfield on a screen. Is West Virginia going to get there? He breaks 1 tackle. Can't break the 2nd. Loses 2 yards. A&M has become too conservative in this quarter.
No, but we've seen what happens with being conservative, and we've seen what happens when you try getting aggressive. Even when you try to flip the switch, it can still just not go your way.
Both of these teams, Dominic, I mean, it's hard to believe that it was 17-17 after the first quarter, and this is where we're sitting at now. I mean, do you give credit to the defenses, or do you just look at these offenses and go, what are you doing?
Do you want my honest answer? I'm looking at both offenses going, no, really, what happened here? Turnovers and explosive offenses, and now it's like poking with a stick. Hey, do something.
3-by-1 set. Rice in the shotgun. Takes the snap on a wide receiver screen and overthrows his man. Miles Shakur in the area.
No, absolutely. Still plenty of time. Not enough time to call game over. But man.
Man, indeed. 3-by-1 set for Rice. Motion of the tight end from left to right. Takes the snap. A&M only bringing 2. And one of those about to get there as Rice fires it into the sidelines.
This, having no stake as a commentator and just a lover of the game, this game really makes you scratch your head and go, wow.
And as someone who has a lot of stake in this game, it's even more frustrating. 2-by-2 set. Rice in the shotgun, getting pressured, rolling to his left, fires it off his right side. It's deflected by Radloff.
Now, Radloff was trying to call 2 picks for the night. Absolutely nothing doing here for West Virginia.
It is going to be a punt for West Virginia, too deep in their own territory to justify going for it. And A&M, with a good return here by Marcus Padgett, will have great field position. 1 broken tackle just outside of the 50 goes Padgett for an 11-yard gain.
And Shadow, no, absolutely. No one's calling you an idiot by any stretch of the imagination. We've just seen enough crazy things happen in the CFSL where it's possible.
3-by-1 set for A&M. Streets in the shotgun. Takes the snap, gets it to his man on I guess he had popcorn on the sideline, hits the turf.
I'm over the wide receiver screens. I want to go home.
I don't know what's going on with the wide receiver screens. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's just the way that these 2 teams approach it. Greenfield up the middle, has a big lane. Gets a block, gets 1 broken tackle. Inside the 20 goes Texas A&M.
That was almost enough to take the L out of Lover. That was an absolutely massive run there by Greenfield, just slicing through the Mountaineer defense.
And it is a 2 backs in the backfield with Malcolm Streets. Motion the tight end from right to left. Takes the snap. Play action to Greenfield. Streets calling his own number, doing a little zig and zag, and has a lane. The West Virginia defense didn't turn around, and he makes the business decision for a 7-yard gain.
I think that is the first time I've seen a quarterback make a business decision this season. I didn't know it was a thing.
It's not a thing on YouTube. We see quarterbacks get laid out every week. 3-by-1 set for A&M. Streets gets it to Greenfield on a delayed draw, loses 2 yards, 3rd and 5.
This defense is trying to do everything on anything, like just trying to get something going. It's just, wow, it's tough.
And over on Twitch, they have gone final. Florida has defeated Kentucky 27-20. 2-by-2 set here. Streets in the shotgun. He's going to manually bleed the clock so we can go ahead and maybe cue some elevator music for the next 20 seconds. But if you're West Virginia, Dominic, if you hold him to 3 here, how are you feeling?
Look, I'm going to say it as tactfully as I can. It really doesn't matter. It's still 2 possessions, but this West Virginia offense has not shown me enough to think that they can even try to sniff a potential comeback. They've had opportunity after opportunity just in their lap and just not able to convert. And when they have the moments, they shoot themselves in the foot. I would love to see them fight back into this, but I think that it's just going to be too tall of an order for them to handle.
And Xavier Wilson got 5 yards on the 3rd and 6 to get to a 4th and inches, and A&M will take another field goal. Cam Orion Ironside goes 6 for 6. Last season, he had a game where he did go 7 for 7. He has been very good for the Aggies, the senior kicker. The kick is up, and the kick is good. A&M now leads West Virginia 32-20. Just under 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, for all intents and purposes, it feels like it should be the dagger in this game. But West Virginia absolutely is going to come out and try to fight and try to maintain some fight into this game. Really want to see them come out and really start getting some things laid down for next week's performance.
Tank Golden, 29 yards on the return. Talk about next week's performance. You got 2 weeks left after the season. One of these teams is going to be 2-4. The other one is going to be 1-5. And at some point, you're going to run out of time. 3-by-1 set, Rice in the shotgun. A&M not bringing any pressure. Fires it to his man on the sideline, Jay Pittman, for 14 yards, and he gets out of bounds.
I said, if you're Texas A&M right now, you absolutely don't send any pressure. Drop everybody back. Force Gunnar Rice to make the reads.
And Jay Pittman knocking on the door of 200 receiving yards on the night. He has been fantastic for the Mountaineers. Rice in the shotgun, hanging in, getting pressure, takes a deep shot into traffic, and the ball hits the turf. Deflected by 2 defenders.
Oh, absolutely could have been a disastrous moment. But at this point, I want to see Pittman get to 200. I think that's what the focus should be here.
4-by-1 set, empty formation for Gunnar Rice. Takes the snap, only bringing 2 is A&M. Dumps it off to his man on a sit route as Hunter Dowell for 4 yards, 3rd and 6. Go to another empty formation on the other side, 4-by-1. Rice fires it downfield, has it behind the defense. This time he holds on to it. Crosby Donahue, 56 yards. Touchdown, West Virginia. It's not over yet.
Not who I wanted the ball to go to, but hold on. We have seen onside recoveries in the CFSL. So hold on. There may be a chance here, folks.
That is not what you wanted if you are Texas A&M. You're fine with giving up everything underneath, but over the top like that, it's a touchdown for West Virginia, their first touchdown since the first quarter, and it took 35 seconds. Now it is a 5-point game. West Virginia does have all 3 timeouts, but 1:22 left. I would expect them to go onside, but I wouldn't be shocked if they kick it deep. They are going to go onside. And the kick is fielded by A&M by a walk-on. Get down as Soham Johnson, and an absolute missile on the onside. And with 1:20 left, A&M is in the driver's seat. They need 1 first down to seal it away.
It feels like he was trying to beam a player to get the ball to bounce back to him.
And off to Greenfield up the middle, 4 yards. Immediate timeout by West Virginia. 1:17 left.
They absolutely need anything to fall in your lap right now for West Virginia.
Streets hands to Greenfield up the middle, fighting it. He's got the first down.
That's gonna do it. West Virginia tried to call back in just a little too late, and that's gonna be the start.
It's not quite over yet because the A&M is still running plays, and we've seen crazier things happen. And we know that with A&M and West Virginia, anything can happen. Last season, A&M defeated West Virginia 30-27 when A&M scored 17 unanswered in the 4th quarter. So again, either one of these teams on any given night, it doesn't matter how good or how bad they are, there's no love lost between these two. 3rd and 2 with 12 seconds left. Is A&M going to run the ball, or will they risk it for the biscuit and put it in the air?
Throw it.
I'd rather not. They're going to hand it to Snead up the middle, and she's got the first down. Or Ryan Greenfield, 7 yards on the game, gets him right at the century mark, and zeros are on the clock. Texas A&M goes into Morgantown and defeats West Virginia 32-27. Dominic, wrap it up for us, buddy.
Heartbreak in Morgantown tonight. Gunnar Rice and co just could not find the keys to make it drive. Had moments were too big, couldn't capitalize. And Malcolm Street throwing 352 yards tonight. Greenfield and Snead absolutely having a great ground performance. Texas A&M just stymies.
And it was a great game by both A&M and West Virginia. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters. Thank you to our executive producer, Austin Crow. My name is Cade Padgett. Joining me in the booth tonight was Dominic Barfield. You have watched the Texas A&M Aggies defeat the West Virginia Mountaineers. At 8:30, travel to Tallahassee, Florida as the Notre Dame Fighting Irish go to Florida State. You have been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We will see you in a bit.